Okay, so let's go. Where is it? Yeah. As you can see, it requires some ancient knowledge. Uh-oh. Alright, this is the game. This is it. How did you like the tackling with the dusk and then with the whole dust thing? How did you like that? Was that not some wild programming skills? Here you go. Oh my gosh. Yes. It actually asks me to put in a code from the instructional manual. I do have the passwords. The anti-piracy. Here we go. So, Mirko, the son of the Prince of the Polans, returns from a victorious, something, and he misses his little burg, but he just saw it destroyed because the other tribes destroyed it. And so Mirko wants revenge. And so Mirko gathers warriors and wants to kill his enemies, basically. That is the story of our game. Other tribes went to the Polans and destroyed the city, and their leader Mirko wants revenge. Let the sword not let the sword not tremble in your hand when your righteous anger burns your heart and your soul. And your righteous anger was what the gods want, and I didn't have time to look at it, so. Wait till you hear the voice acting for this game. Okay. Oh my gosh. The scrolling was so fast. As you can see, this is a Warcraft 1 knockoff game. I'll explain everything to you once we stop these evil tribes people from destroying my tribe's base. So they keep saying right away, and there we go. Here we go, I guess. Right away, and here we go. All of your soldiers are extremely rude in this game. Let me click on this one.
Czego?
What do you want?
Czego?
What do you want?
Dobra,
Okay,
dobra,
okay.
dobra.
Gotowy.
I'm ready.
Idę.
I'm going.
Na rozkaz.
Your order,
Jak każesz.
as you command.
Czego?
This one's the rudest. What do you want? Oh, I can ask them to repair.
Jak każesz. Co?
So the main resource in this game is milk. Okay? I'm not joking. The main resource in this game is milk. And to get more resources, you need to build a cow. In this cow building. You get this cow, you click it on a piece of grass, and then you gather resources by the cow eats the grass and then comes to a milk house and transfers the grass. Oh, it gets milked. The cow gets milked, and then you spend the milk to build more soldiers or to build more buildings.
Gotowy. Idę.
Milk is the resource in this game. And you use cows that eat grass, and then they, as you can see right now, the cow has entered the building and is milked for resources. The white thing over here increased. I think we're gonna get a second cow. Here you go. And now we can just order the cow to eat the grass. I think the grass regrows in this game. I'm pretty sure it does. How do you like it? How do you like the game about the ancient tribe of the Proto-Polish people? This is a historical game. This is not fiction, this is a history game. And glorious history it is. You're learning about the Slavic tribes by watching this game. I think we can get... As you can see, it's getting brown here. So, we're gonna get a third cow. Of course, it's historically accurate. Do you doubt it? Do you doubt it? Are you doubting the historical accuracy of this game?
Co?
What?
Co?
What?
Co? Na rozkaz.
Czego?
Gotowy. 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 Gotowy.
Gotowy. Gotowy. Gotowy. Gotowy. Gotowy.
Czego?
Czego?
Dobra,
Dobra.
dobra.
Dobra. This game is funny. Third cow. They can order it to go here. Dobra. I am a bit. You're a bit what? You're doubting the historical accuracy of this game. Can I believe you? This is the main building. This is the cow house, I guess. The stable. Or... But I guess cow house sounds better. Okay, here you can... This is the hut of the... the hut of the woodcutters and the huntsmen. This is literally what this building is called. The hut of the woodcutters, and the huntsmen. No, I cannot believe. Why would you question the accuracy of this game? So, I've got enough milk to build this unit. But as you get more milk, more units will unlock. Observe. No. This is not the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. This is long before the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. This actually does refer to the ancient Slavic tribes, you know? A bunch of Slavic tribes would connect, sort of unify, to create the Duchy of Poland and then the Kingdom of Poland. And this is just a game about the small Slavic tribe called Polania. I can actually use this to do some education. Unironically. Unironically, I'm ready to educate you. Polanie Wiki. Polans, I actually translated it correctly. Polans Western. The Western Polans, also known as Polens and Polanians, Polish Polanie, derived from Old Slavic pole, field or plain, from Proto-Indo-European plech, flatland, were a West Slavic and Lechitic tribe inhabiting the Warta River basin of the contemporary Greater Poland region. Starting in the 6th century, they were one of the main tribes in Central Europe and were closely related to the Vistulans, Masovians, Czechs, and Slovaks. In the 9th century, the Polans united several West Slavic Lechitic groups to the north of Great Moravia. The union, led by the Piast dynasty, developed into the Duchy of Poland, whose name derives from that of the Polans. See? Poland derives from the Polans, the field, which derives from the word field. The earliest Poland ruler mentioned by the name are the legendary figures of Piast, the wheelwright, and Popiel, 8th-9th centuries. The first historical ruler was Mieszko I, who enlarged the territory later named Poland by incorporating Masovia and conquering Silesia and the Vistulan lands of Lesser Poland. See? So this is long before the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth even became a thing. Are we feeling that we are sort of learning something during this warm-up period? Like, when I said Slavic tribes, I wasn't trying to be funny. Polanie, or Polans, was quite literally a Slavic tribe, which was the building block of the Duchy of Poland. Does that make sense? So we do end up learning some history, some very old history, you know? And interestingly enough, the terrain that later became the terrain where Warsaw is, the current capital of Poland, as you can see, was not even a part of this. You have Old Prussians, And Old Prussians were also actually Slavic. From what I remember, they have no connection to the later Prussians that became part of Germany. Or maybe I'm mistaken, I wanna see. Maybe they were Germanic, I don't know. No, I think I'm okay. I think I'm correct. Old Prussians, Baltic Prussians, or simply Prussians, Old Prussians were indigenous tribe among the Baltic peoples that inhabited the region of Prussia as the southeastern shores of the Baltic Sea between Vistula Lagoon to the west and the Curonian Lagoon to the east. The Old Prussians, who spoke the Indo-European language now known as Old Prussian, and worshipped the pre-Christian deities, lent their name, despite very few commonalities, to the later predominantly Low German-speaking inhabitants of the region. The Duchy of the Polands under Mieszko I, which was the predecessor to the Kingdom of Poland, first attempted to conquer and baptize the Baltic tribes during the 10th centuries. Oh yeah, the Old Prussians were not really the same thing as what we later knew as Prussians. Are we feeling that we are learning a lot? So with this context in mind, we can continue the game a bit, right? Are you excited? That's nifty. I definitely don't know much about Slavic people. Yeah, well, I think it's obscure knowledge when it in countries like the US, right? See? A new warrior unlocked. So yeah. Let's see if any new warriors will unlock as we reach the cap of the milk. The milk cap. Nope.
Słucham.
Archer.
Idę.
Everything's so expensive.
No!
Well, thankfully I am a history streamer first and foremost.
Słucham.
So you will learn a lot of history by being a Lucy Haze fan. So that's okay. Bad and Panada fans have told me that I am the second aristocracy, although that was meant as an insult. But I don't think it's an insult. I think it's a compliment, because aristocracy really knows her stuff when it comes to history. Aristocracy probably knows a lot more history than Bad and Panada knows or ever will. I'm good old Southern boy in the USA, in North Carolina, so I love new history like this. It's all brand new to me. Thank you. I'm very glad to hear that you are here for it. I don't know anything outside of America. Well, I am glad to be the one to introduce you to the history of the peoples around the world. As we are actually playing the game that is themed around the Slavic tribe that is considered one of the building blocks of the Duchy of Poland and later the Kingdom of Poland.
Na rozkaz.
Your order,
Jak każe.
as you order. How do you like the voice acting? It sounds very corny to me, but I don't know how it sounds to people that don't know Polish. He doesn't know anything. I don't actually understand why anyone says that his videos are good. Almost everything I've ever seen from him has been complete nonsense. True. True. That is true. So, how do you rate the voice acting in this game?
Czego?
Na rozkaz. Słucham.
Słucham. Słucham.
Słucham.
Słucham.
Co?
Co?
Jak każesz.
Jak każesz.
Jak każesz. Słucham.
Hey, I used to live in North Carolina about 2 years ago.
Idę. Idę.
Nobody wants to comment on the voice acting in the game. Nobody's willing to give judgment. I wonder how many people are on the page right now. Okay, I think it's almost time for us to start the main event, which is going to be partially a speech by me. A speech by your favorite streamer, Lucy Haze. I'm gonna share this stream with the Xanderholics. Because Xanderhol has been really good lately. Can anyone tell me why Xanderhol hates lands from the serfs? That's fair. Although, considering how there's 10 million Polish people living in the US. So, technically speaking, the Polish language is American because there are 10 million, I assume, Polish language speakers in the US. I assume they all speak Polish. You want a weird take from me? Technically speaking, since the US does not have an official language,
Słucham.
if you have a group that speaks a language in the US, then that language is the language of the US.
Słucham.
So technically speaking, Polish, Chinese, Korean, and many other languages are US languages. No? Am I being silly when I say this? Okay, Lance is chill with Hot Slime. Okay. I think that tracks. Oh, you think that's fair? I think that's fair. You know? Spanish definitely could be considered a US language. Right? I think there's a strong case to what I'm saying. This makes it pretty awesome if you think about it. A country of many languages, not just one fixed language. It sounds pretty incredible to me, personally. You know? Imagine if someone decided to learn all of the languages used in the US. Yeah, that's true. I want to make I want to make a series of videos about the creation of the new constitution in Poland post 1989, and it actually will touch upon secularism if you're interested in that topic.
Idę. Co?
True, there are many languages, but some people are real polyglots, so you know. No, you're right. No, you're right. Just don't let the conservatives, a conservative American, hear you say that. They'd be very triggered. Yeah, I've noticed, like the whole attitude of, if you want to come to the US and be a citizen, you should learn English. That's pretty silly because I'm pretty sure there are whole big communities in the US that don't speak English and do just fine. Like, I'm 100% positive that there are huge communities in the US that speak languages other than English and do just fine existing in the US as citizens.
Słucham.
Like,
Co?
I'm not being incorrect in saying that, right? Like, I'm pretty sure there probably are communities like that. Yeah. Well, I don't even mean live in the US. I mean function. I don't think you need English to be able to function in the US, depending on what sort of community you find yourself in. Yeah, right. I mean, it is practical to speak as many languages as you can as a general rule, but my point stands, I think. Like, the Amish are Americans even if they live in their own communities, right? Yeah. I think so. I think there's a lot to be, like, I really think the conservatives are trying to... Wow, this is going to be a hot take from me, okay? The conservatives really are just trying to butcher anything that makes the US unique and turn it into England 2.0. Because the US English, and I think anyone who studied the history of the English language knows that the US English is closer to the Shakespearean English than current British English is. And by turning the US to a just English language country with mandatory English, you just basically push to turn the US into England 2.0. Especially since, I don't know, it feels like this to me. The Cajuns are an ethnic group who speak French in the US. Right, yeah. At least reading English is a good idea, but as long as you can communicate in some way, it's fine, yeah. I think it's good. It's a good idea to learn English, but I don't think it should be mandatory, is what I'm saying. You know? It's pretty silly. I did not know New York City was so diverse. Right, yeah. It is a pretty diverse place. I mean, that is the thing that is US's strength, even though conservatives try to claim that it's a weakness. Yeah, which is strange, right? Because you would think that the US has emancipated itself from the British rule somehow. He acted like it's wrong to not be like everyone else. Well, that's the problem with this statement. Not everyone speaks English. I remember one time when I went down to Miami, Florida, and I couldn't interact with most of the people there because I didn't know any Spanish, and I dated a Cuban for 4 years, right? I think the diversity of languages makes the US very cool. Native Americans spoke their languages as code talkers during the Second World War. Right, yeah, that is pretty cool. I think reducing the US just to English is a mistake. You know? The US should just embrace the richness of its variety of cultures and languages. You know? I still don't know any Spanish. Hola. Muy bien. ¿Cómo estás? Or is it ¿cómo está? I don't know. But yeah. Oh, we capped the milk. We have capped the milk.
Idę.
I'm going.
Gotowy.
So I think we're having a pretty interesting discussion here. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth used to have like over 100 languages in use as well. You know? It had Arabic in use, it had Hebrew in use, of course. And it's a wonderful thing. It was actually the birth of nation states. Once again, the least favorite concept, in my opinion, the worst thing that has happened. So the birth of the nation state has sort of enforced countries sort of having like this monolithical main single language, when the norm used to be that people were multilingual. You know? Imagine that being the norm. That is a pretty interesting world to live in, when the norm is being multilingual, bilingual or more. My associate's degree has a focus on Spanish as well. So I like it. Okay. Both como estás and como está work. Está is just more formal. Okay. That makes sense. ¿Cómo está? Oh yeah, I don't think I can build any more soldiers. I think I've capped on soldiers. Oh wait! It's this. Oh! Can build a new building.
Gotowy. Idę. Idę. Słucham. Na rozkaz. Na
Look.
rozkaz. Jak każesz.
Can it be built by more than one? No. It's so bizarre that things only appear when you have the resources. That is a strange thing about this game. Like, there's nothing here, but as you gain milk, options just appear. Why can't the options just be here and tell you that you cannot afford something? It's true, the Ducker village grows. Okay, how is... there's a word. Gród. What is the English equivalent of the word gród? Gord. A gord is a medieval Slavonic fortified settlement, usually built on strategic sites such as hilltops, riverbanks, lake islets, or peninsulas between the 6th and 12th centuries. In CE, in Central and Eastern Europe, I don't think gords were just a Eastern Europe Slavic thing. The typical gord usually consisted of a group of wooden houses surrounded by a wall made of earth and wood, and the palisade running along the top of the bulwark. So, as you can see, this fits the description of a gord, right? So we have learned a new term, the gord. The settlement of the Slavic tribes. A gord. Yeah. In Polish, it's gród. Nice. I think grad might be from the gród. Be taking a break, but be back later as I have to handle a few things. Cheers. Okay. Like, I will be starting the segment soon, so I'm sad to see that you'll probably miss it. Oh, it's like gourd. I'm gonna write it in the chat. I have to log in. If I log in, I'll be able to see how many people are in the chat and Zoom. So I'm sad to... Okay. This is the word. I'm gonna also write it in the other chat. This is the word. This is the term. Okay, I cannot find the village anymore. Because this game has no mini-map. So I'm lost. I swear this game. Oh Oh my gosh. This is what can happen in this game. You can get stuck on the black screen.
Na rozkaz. Jak każesz.
Are we ready? Are we ready to start? I'm gonna start a poll here. And on the page, use the Lucy hypers if we are ready.
Gotowy. Idę. Słucham. Idę. Idę. Gotowy.
Ready? Hypers. The Lucy hypers. If we are ready. Yeah. The Proto-Slavic word guard, later differentiated into grad in Russian, gorod, and also grud in Polish, guard in Kashubian. Kashubian is like this language in Poland. Kashubian is one of the old Slavic languages that sort of survived and is used within Poland as a separate language. It's true.
Jak każesz. Słucham. Jak każesz. Słucham.
I think we are ready. So we're gonna maybe save the game? Can you save the game in this game? Is it even possible? Maybe not ancient. Old Slav G is an Old Slav giggling. Not some top G talk, we're talking about old. How do you like the music?